Hey everyone, TechBarn back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a pretty cool keyboard. Now, what this keyboard has is that it can switch between 3 devices almost within seconds. On top of that, if you want to type using your phone, you want to type on your iPad, you can just plop it right there and boom, you're good to go. Today we have the Logitech K480. Now, based off of that introduction, you probably think, wow, this keyboard's god tier. It's some legendary keyboard made by Logitech that can solve all your problems. Well, I'm here to tell you about my thoughts on it, and honestly, despite those selling features that Logitech says this keyboard has, which it does, personally, I'm not a big fan of it. And throughout this video, I kind of go over why, and maybe this might impact you as well, or some of these things just don't affect you at all, which in that case, that's totally fine too. So now the first thing I noticed after taking the keyboard out of the box is the size. Honestly, I thought it'd be a lot more compact and small, because on the box it seems a lot more friendly and just smaller and compact. On the go, you can take it on the bus, outside, anywhere. But after taking it out of the box, it's almost the size of a laptop in my opinion. And not only is it the length of a laptop, but it is also pretty chunky too and has a good amount of weight to it. It's almost 1 kilo, which is a good amount of weight. Now, another thing that really threw me off guard when I opened the packaging was not only the size being deceiving, but as well the color. Personally, I thought the entire keyboard would look more something along the lines of this, but in reality, it was a lot darker. And again, that's not a bad thing whatsoever, but it just threw me off a bit. Now, you know what? After taking a look at it, seeing how big it was, I was like, you know what? I'll let it slide. I'll try and think of the positive side of it. Maybe it's meant to be durable, which, yes, it's durable. The body is completely made out of plastic. Can take a beating, of course. Afterwards, I was like, you know what? I'll test the typing experience to see how that is. And I have to say, this was the deal breaker for me. Personally, the keys are so spaced out, it just doesn't make sense. You're reaching from one part of the world to the other part of the world to hit a certain key. On top of that, they feel really empty and heavy and just very cheap in my opinion. It reminded me of almost typing on a typewriter that jams all the time. It's just not a good feeling personally. And of course, there are people who might love typing on a typewriter, which in that case, then by all means, buy the K480. But aside from that, the keycaps, the chiclet style things, just, they weren't doing it for me. Now, going back to the main feature, which is you can switch between devices, and that feature was very simple. You got a little dial on the corner, which you can change between 1, 2, and 3, and it's very simple, changes with between 2 to 3 seconds from device to device, and I really like that. The dial is very nice, it feels premium. Honestly, the dial is probably the most premium part of the entire keyboard in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Now as well, if you want to pair this, pairing is very simple. You do have 2 buttons to pair. One's to pair with Windows and Android, and then the other one's to pair with Mac and iOS. I really like the fact that they have 2 different buttons. It's very simple, it's very intuitive. Big fan of it. There is a bar here where you can place your phone, your tablet, whatever you want to use, just as a stand to have it there. Did I like that? Yes. Could it have been done better? Yes as well. There is a lot of empty space on the top that just has the Logitech logo, nothing else there, that in my opinion could be cut down. I feel like with this keyboard in general, if it was to be condensed and slimmer, then it would be perfect. But because it's so big, chunky, and takes up unnecessary amount of room, I don't know. And you might be saying, well, that's where the battery is, which it is. If you flip it on the other side, you'll see that there's AA battery slot, but there's so much more real estate everywhere. And I've seen from past Logitech keyboards how thin they can be. Here's an example of the keyboard I use every single day. It is very thin. Compared side by side to this one, it's just not it in 2021 especially. Now, would I buy this keyboard? Simple answer, no. But if I had to sit down with Logitech and they changed a lot of the things on this keyboard, then most definitely would I buy this. And not only would I buy it, I recommend it to everyone else. Because if they made this smaller, if they made the key switches and caps in general just a lot more premium, then this would be pure fire. Like, I'm telling you, the idea is here. The execution may not be. But then again, this is probably just the first model. They've definitely made more models. You do have the K480, which I used to have as well. I do have a review on that if you want to check it out. That is a beautiful keyboard because it's slim, it's compact, and it does the job. This one, it's just bulky, and personally, especially since everyone nowadays doesn't want to carry much with them, I can't really see you walking around class with this giant thing here. It's pretty much the size of the iPad itself. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the K480. Now again, I just want to reiterate, this is solely my own personal opinion. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? I honestly would love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. With that being said, if you stuck around to the end of the video, a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated. It genuinely means the world to us, and it helps the channel grow day by day. This has been Tech Barn, and as always, stay premium.